The origin of Legio Solaria is tied to the night world of Procon, for it was upon that world that Mahana Mankata Vi, known now as the Great Mother of Legio Solaria, was born. Like many night worlds, Procon was rife with traditions and beliefs that harked back to its founding, lending support to a society far from egalitarian, where each person's status and role was determined more by blood than skill. It was the ancient rites of Procon Vi, night households of Procon, that saw Mankata's victory in a horse riding competition rewarded with exile for having participated without permission. Punished by her own due to her own perceived audacity, others were more forthcoming with praise, and her skill attracted the attention of the Mechanicum, who offered Mankata a place upon the forge world of Tigris. There she was proclaimed Domina Princeps of the newly founded Legio Solaria, the first to join its ranks. By her edict, the Princeps of the Titan Legion were drawn solely from the ranks of women cultivated from her own genetic line, and the sole commanders of a god engine drawn from Tigris. In recognition both as her role as progenitor of Legio Solaria and her leadership in the centuries following its founding, Mankata was given the title of the Great Mother by her Princeps, holding almost divine status within the ranks of the Titan Legion. Given the nature of Legio Solaria's founding, born as it was from the pride of its Great Mother, it is perhaps unsurprising that the Titan Legion established a reputation for their bellicose and prideful Princeps. Nowhere was this more evident than in battle, for the Princeps of Legio Solaria would make great boasts in their search for glory, while employing the aggressive tactics that favoured the large number of Warhound-class scout titans the Titan Legion possessed. There were some who served alongside Legio Solaria who showed contempt for the seemingly blatant recklessness of the Titan Legion's tactics, yet many others were quick to praise its efforts upon the battlefield. Regardless of opinion, the skill of the Titan Legion was undeniable, when later during the decades of the Great Crusade, Legio Solaria were recorded as possessing an engine kill to engine loss ratio greater than some of the largest and most ancient of Titan Legions, though such statistics varied as to the scale required for a slain foe to constitute an engine kill. It is with great pride that Legio Solaria accepted the title of Imperial Hunters bequeathed upon them, in part due to the impressive combat record they had amassed. The nature of Legio Solaria saw them forge strong bonds with Titan legions of similar demeanour. Indeed, Legio Gryphonicus were quick to offer praise to the younger Titan Legion, with both legions noted as pushing each other to greater heights when sharing a battlefield, a circumstance attributed to the highly competitive nature of both Titan legions. Similarly, the aggressive tactics favoured by the Imperial Hunters saw them regularly paired with the Space Marine legions such as the White Scars and Space Wolves, with much of the Titan Legion's strength assigned to expeditionary fleets containing one or the other legions. The Imperial Hunters' service alongside others was not without incident, the most notable example being the long-held feud between Legio Solaria and Legio Vulpa, one that began during the compliance of Dendrictia when the Deathstalkers callously extinguished 50,000 lives in a single action. Though naught but harsh words and official denouncements were exchanged, the two Titan legions were bound together in hatred from that moment onwards, a rivalry that kept them apart during the Great Crusade and was reignited come the Horus Heresy. The years following the appointment of Horus Lupercal as War Master brought much turmoil to Legio Solaria even before the Horus Heresy began. To outside observers, little changed in the Imperial Hunters' demeanour, yet, inwardly, the future of the Titan Legion proved unclear. Much of this strife came from the degenerating health of the Great Mother and the expectancy of her approaching death. As founding Domina Princeps of Legio Solaria, having commanded it since its creation, the anticipated loss of the Legio's foundation led to uncertainty amongst the ranks of the Imperial Hunters. In some manner, the outbreak of the Horus Heresy brought a period of certainty to Legio Solaria, for the conflict offered a new crucible in which the martial prowess of the Titan Legion was tested against that of more ancient Titan legions, and a place where old grudges could be settled. Much of the Titan Legion's initial efforts to resist the War Master and his allies were focused on the Beta Garman cluster. It was there that the Great Mother committed the principal strength of Legio Solaria, intent upon denying the traitors access to the wider Segmentum Solar. The unfolding conflict claimed the lives of dozens of Imperial Hunter Titans, and eventually the life of Mahana Mankata Vi, who fell in battle against the traitor Titan legions and the foul powers they unleashed. The Beta Garman campaign proved a turning point for Legio Solaria, their numbers vastly reduced and the survivors deprived of the constant leadership they had enjoyed since their founding. As the War Master marched on Terra, Legio Solaria fragmented, its numbers scattering across the galaxy during the frantic retreat from Beta Garman. Many were to find their way to Terra under the command of Esha Ani Mohana, the Great Mother's second-in-command, standing proud behind the walls of Terra in defiance of the approaching traitors. The remaining numbers of Legio Solaria drifted across the stars. Small battle groups, commanded by senior princeps, awarded field command fighting on dozens of worlds, each striving to return once more to Tigris and unite with their sisters.